Welcome back. So this tutorial is going to be about creating stylized characters. So in this playlist series, we're going to be creating, we're going to be discussing and also creating different types of stylized head from um from okay, we're going to be using different stylized heads with different interesting shapes to it, from male to female. Like you can see this head, you can see how interesting this head looks like compared to this. It has some caricature or some more or less like exaggerated forms around it, which kind of makes it more interesting. Same with this also, same with the female head. This also has a different style to it. Same with this, different style to it. So we're going to try and create probably at least 3 to 4 different types of stylized head. This also looks interesting. We can also try to recreate this. I also have some interesting ones in here that we can kind of recreate, especially for the female. Something like this also looks interesting. This also looks very interesting. This also looks quite interesting too. Same with this, with the expression, which makes it feel even more interesting than the others because of the expression. But the key takeaway from this is to show you guys the steps to take to kind of create a good looking or cute looking or exaggerated or caricature like stylized head models. So let's get started. So I'm going to be starting with something a bit basic. That's not too complicated, just to begin with, as a ground level to begin with. So I'm going to be using this as my main reference for this tutorial. So I'm going to use the head. To create the head is more or less like the same method we use for creating realistic head also, most especially for the blockouts. So what I'm going to start in here with is to change this to a 55mm lens. Put this around 5. Let me just type in 5 in there for the crop factor. Then making sure perspective is turned on. So I'll just hit P on the keyboard to turn on perspective view. Okay, then under document I'm going to take down the range, because I don't want to have a grayscale gray to black backdrop around this. So I want to have something like this. So first things first, the first thing I'm going to do is to kind of bring in a sphere in here. I don't know if I have, let me see if I can find more or less like a general blockout for the head. More or less like a general blockout for the head that we can use. Yeah, basically something like this. These same steps will still work. At least to get like a good level, like a basic level of something like this. They will not kind of modify it to look more of a stylized looking head. This is also an interesting piece also. You can say it takes more or less like the human structure of the head, but with a bit more of an exaggerated form around it. So we're going to try to mimic as closely what we have in here, and also talk about design language for different silhouette of some of these heads we have in here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a sphere rather. So I will just append this sphere in here. Take out this. Okay, let me just size this up, select this and size this up here. So let me make sure I'm on the front. This is the front view, so I'm directly on the front view now, which is exactly what we want. I want to be directly on the front view. So I'm going to I'm going to use the clip brush. Yeah, clip 4 should be it. And make sure symmetry is turned on this. Now I'll do this from the top. Somewhere around here should be fine. That seems way too much though. Maybe something like this should be fine. Yes, something like this should be fine. Okay. Then I'm going to use the maxing tool. Just going to max out probably somewhere around here. Invert the max, pull this out. So I'm always going to check like the silhouette of this head in here. Let's see for the front view. Okay. Alright, this seems fine. So I'm just going to extend this out like so. Somewhere around here should be fine. And go out of this. Maybe still go back in there and then just wash this on the side like so. Yeah, something more or less like this looks quite interesting. You can see some of this stuff now for free, which is this side. This is the side view we have in here, so that seems fine. I think we can keep this. Then I'm going to. I need to make sure let me be on the move brush. I need to make sure double click on that dynamic. Okay. Okay. Let me just take down the size of this brush. So now to make sure, yes, triple click on that. Take this down like so. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just to, on this side of the temporal line, I'm just going to move this inward a bit more, to more or less capture something more or less like so. Push this inwards a bit more. So while on this view, I'm going to try to capture the silhouette as much as possible. So let me just move. Smooth this out a bit more. Kind of get this jawline to be, maybe this is way too out. Try to thin this out. I'm more or less trying to capture the silhouette of this head in here. Let me smooth this out a bit. Okay. Now I'm going to use the trim dynamic brush to kind of get a more angled shape like so around here. Smooth that out. So you can see here something is actually missing in here. This is how angled, sharp angled down this is. So I need to kind of capture that in here also in my spots. So I'm just going to push this outward like so. Let me see if I can smooth this out even more. Kind of get an angle like this. Raise this even more. Raise this up even more like so. Okay. Now you notice that the general proportion of the head needs to be thinned in a bit more. So just going to, still on the move brush, just going to thin this out even more. Smooth that out. Just pushing most of this back inwards. Okay. I'll just max out this midpoint. About the max, I don't know if I can, let me see if I can blow this out and shrink this inwards a bit more. something more or less like this should be fine. Okay. Okay, so something like this should be fine. Okay. Maybe when we do more of this, something like so. Okay, I think now I can do a dynamesh for this. I think I can easily do a dynamesh for this now. Probably still need to thin some of this out though. Like this back part of the head shouldn't be this broad. So I'm just going to kind of thin this out a bit more. So I can safely do a dynamesh for this now. Under geometry dynamesh. Let's see, let's see what we are, let's see how many polygon count this gives us. Let's see if we can work with this. Yeah, I think this should be fine, I guess. Probably take down the smooth brush so it's not so intense. I'm just smoothing out most of all these sharp edges we have in there. Okay. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do next is to use the, let me just show you guys what I'm going to do next. So it's more or less something like this now. More or less something like so. Just to have this indentation around there, then I'll begin to build on top of that. Let me just get this as at an angle like so. Smooth this out even more. Let's see, I can still use the clip. Yeah, I think I can still use the clip brush and get this around here. Get something like so. I was supposed to do this the other way around. From up here. No, that's just way too deep. That's way too deep. This also feels way too deep. I don't want it to be that deep. Something like so should be fine, I guess. Still too deep. Still way too deep. Yeah, something like this should be just fine. Something like this should be just fine. So I'm just going to smooth all of this out, like so. Okay. Let me go back to our main reference. Let's go back to the main reference for this. Then in here, I can begin to kind of block out where the nose should be. Yes, I guess you block out where the nose should be now. So I can change this. Let me change the material to this. So I'm going to use the clear builder brush now, kind of block out. I think this is way too thick. Let me do this from the, let me reduce the brush size a bit more. Get something around here for the nose. Let me do a dynamash for this. Smooth this out a bit. The clay builder brush kind of build this out even more. Smooth this down a bit more. I think my smooth intensity is way too high. Okay. Here we have something like this on the side. A silhouette like this on the side should be fine. And let's build something underneath this eye. This for the eye. So have something that goes across like so. Now just do a slight smooth on this. Like so should be fine. You just need to kind of have like a depth in there. Shouldn't be too obvious. Let me just smooth this back down a bit more. So just kind of trying to figure out how long this nose should be. Let me just change this and bring out my damn standard brush. We use the move brush to kind of push this out even more, a bit like so. Okay, something like this should be fine. I'm going to use the clay builder brush and kind of create an indentation in here. Give me the smaller brush size and then just see if we can do a block out in here. Let me just max. Let me use the pen. Since I'm pen, yes, pen is fine. Invert the selection. See, hold out and kind of center this. Now push this inwards. Like so should be fine. I think I pushed that way too much. Like so should be fine. Then I'll do a dynamash for that again. Just smooth out the edges. The clay builder brush, holding out, I'll just dig in there a bit more. Okay. It's more or less like this should be fine. We're still far off though, but at least we're getting something in there now. This part still needs a lot of adjustment though. Let me check this from the side view and kind of make some more adjustment to this. Try and get more of a sharp angle to it. Okay. And now I'm going to use the damn standard brush to kind of, let's see, we need to kind of make something. Let's block out this in here, like so. But that's way too deep though. That's way too deep. And our brush size is way too high for it. I'll just move this out. And I'll do a fillet for this part in here. Maybe I should kind of block out where the and block out where the lip should be first. So I more or less have like a landmark in there. Yeah, something like this should be fine. More or less like so. Maybe do it too broad. Okay. And more or less accentuate where the lip line should be. Musically standard brush for this instead. To fix this part up. Smooth this out a bit more. This jawline needs a bit of work though. To capture the silhouette in here, around here properly. Basically build up brush and just build something around here like so. Now smooth that out. Supposed to be like an indentation around here, so let's create that. So I'm going to use the clay brush. Do something like so. Okay. Maybe that's way too much. Let me just fill this part up a bit more. Okay. This is the same standard brush and then carve out this folding here, more or less like so. But still a bit of a long way off, but you just keep correcting this until we have something close enough to what we're going for in here. So just block with an indentation in here. So with a better transition around there. Now smooth this out. Okay. So let's kind of extend the nose a bit more outward, especially on this side. Do a fillet for this. Okay. I think I'll need to do better lips in here. Just try to block out better lips in here. See, the distance in here is not accurately there yet. Probably we need to block out. We just carry on. Probably need to block out. Let's see. Let me just block out something in here. make sure, let me use the move brush, kind of move this down a bit more. Kind of get a straight angle around here like so. Then use the them standard brush. About something like this. Then use, don't know if that is too, that is way too high. That's a bit too high. So I'm going to use the clay bead brush and just do a kind of a fillet for this. Check this from the side. Now just smooth this down. It's there, but not so much like too obvious. Smooth this down. Let's get something going for the lips. This part needs a bit more work though. Let's see if we can fix something in there. So just smooth this out a bit more. Use them standard brush, kind of create this second lining around here like so. Smooth that out a bit. Push this nose down a bit more. Push it down a bit more like so. May tighten up the tip. Then use the them standard brush, kind of block out this in here like so. I'm just gonna flesh this out a bit more though. I'm going to use the clay builder brush and just flesh this out. Smooth this down. Probably my smooth intensity is way too high. I think this is my focal shift. I need to change this focal shift. Maybe something a bit tighter, at least for the them standard, but let's see what that gives us. With a lower intensity. Probably lower brush size too. I don't want this to be too sharp. Something like this should be fine. Okay. I think my smooth intensity is just way too high. Let's get something on for the lips. Use them standard brush, but it's gonna block out some. No, this is way too high. Like so. Smooth that down. Use the move brush and adjust this down a bit more. Then standard brush, I'll just block out something for the lips. We do something like so. I think that's way too intense. I'm guessing I will need more poly count for this scene here. Just guessing I might need more poly count for this scene here. Let me just use the move brush and adjust this a bit more. I feel this thing needs a bit more adjustments. Also on this side. Okay. We're just going to kind of do a fillet for this part in here. And just move this back down. Okay. So I'm going to use a pinch brush and kind of pinch this leaves back in a bit more. Let's see if we can. Just checking the silhouettes of this side. Need to fill this up a bit more. Something more or less like so should be fine, and I'll just get this at an angle like so. Then with the paint brush, still a lot of work to be done on this though. Just tighten up the lips. Same here also, tighten this up a bit more. Same with this. Here also. Then standard brush. The paint brush, just pinch this in a bit more. So I'm going to use the standard brush now and kind of carve out, maybe just raise this up a bit. Just make it a bit more fleshy. I can see how the silhouette for the lips now is not actually in the right spot. So let me just kind of get this to look and feel a bit right. Same here also. Let's see if I can flesh this out. Okay. Seems to be a good time to kind of put in something for the eyes so that part doesn't feel too empty. Let's see, let me turn off using mouse for this. That's way too intense. Way too broad. Something like so. Okay. We need to do a fillet for this lower part of the lips. Maybe we'll use the move brush and move these skin walls. Use the clay brush to kind of do a fillet around here. More like a triangle motion like so. Then smooth this down a bit more. Do same thing, do more or less same thing at the top parts. Smooth that down. Probably gets a neck in here. Yes, you can use the same standard brush and kind of carve out a sharp underline around here. May accentuate the depths of these lips a bit more. So I'm just going to add an eyeball in here now. Kind of figure that kind of figure that there's something around here that we need to kind of fill up. We need to use the clay build-up brush. Let's get some neck in here. We just need to push this one in back a bit more. Let's see what else we can adjust in here before moving on. Just get some indentation around here. smooth that out. I'm not going to put an eyeball in here now. Select that eyeball and I'm going to shrink this in. Probably something around here should be fine. Outward a bit more like so. Now I'll do a duplicate of this or hide the top part. So on this part I'm going to use the move brush and kind of extend this out like so. More or less trying to capture the silhouette of how the eye is around here. Just tighten this part out like so. Okay, so I'm going to use I'm going to use, I think I need to extend this out. Extend this out a bit. So I'm going to use the not the trim dynamic. I don't think trim dynamic. Okay, let's try the quick brush. Okay, something like so. Well, I think I'm. Let me do another duplicate of this. So one will be for the top part, the other one will be for the bottom parts. Let's do the top part first. I'm not doing that correctly. Something like this. For the lower parts. No, not really. Let's do this from the other side. Way too broad. Probably something more or less like this, I guess. Let's move this part in. Okay. more or less like adjust this upwards. Select the upper part and adjust this a bit closer. Push this inwards a bit more. The lower part inwards even more. Bring back the eyeball. And push that in. And shrink it in a bit more. Something like so should be fine. Now I'm going to merge these two down. I'm going to merge down on these two. So I'm going to use a merge down. No, cancel. Select this guy. Do a merge down for this. So this will now one single piece. All together, I'm going to let me duplicate the edge. Duplicate the edge. I'm going to merge this down with the edge. Okay. I'm also going to do something else. Let's start by doing a mirror and wet for this. Okay. Now that we're in here, we can make some adjustments to this guy up here. Okay. Let's see if we can introduce a neck in here. Let's kind of introduce a neck in here. So I'm just going to max out. Don't know, I feel this part is overly extended. I don't know if this part feels overly extended. Probably even round this part up. Yeah, more or less like so should be fine. Okay. Probably need to even thin out this part a bit more. Probably accentuate this line outward a bit more. I'm going to extend this down. So I'm going to use the more brush. Extend this down a bit more. So should be fine. Just block something out in here. Smooth this down. I'm losing a lot of resolution when I do Dynamatch for this. So maybe just before I do that, let me just marks out where the neck should be. It's supposed to be more rounded. Something like so. Let me do this again. About that marks. Extend this outward like so. Let's see what we have in here. Maybe thinned out a bit more. Still the corrections to be made though, but more or less like building it from the ground up, so this might take a little while to kind of get to look right. Is this? You cannot choose the wrong brush for this. You just pinch this in.